Hello. I'm now streaming. So, let me pull up. I don't have fancy overlays or anything, but let me pull up the character list that people are playing. Got MadFnorder and ZeusPegasus13. Let's see. So ZeusPegasus has Renea, Guile, and Geoffrey. And Mad has Minato, Carl, and Beheaded. So they both have strong character teams. So we should see some good matchups tonight. I think they're selecting the characters right now. And maybe I could pull up Twitch so I can see the chat or something. I don't know how all this stuff works. Too old for this new technology.
Where are you?
Okay, cool. Well, now I can see the chat room. And I got everything set to go. I've never seen ZeusPegasus play before, but if he made it into the final 64, he must be a strong player, so I'm expecting some good matches tonight. They're both pinging in the under 200s, so there won't be any lag or connection issues. Mix might join me in commenting in a little bit. I'm expecting tonight. Yes.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Yep, Mad is a strong opponent. But it's anybody's game. This is Exceed we're talking about. Anybody can come out on top. I think from Mad tonight, we're going to see Minato and Beheaded, despite him being famous for Carl. And from Zeus, I'm going to expect to see Guile and Geoffrey. That's going to be my guesses on the characters played.
I agree with Minato and the Beheaded picks. I think those are just better characters, more versatile, better against overall the cast.
Yeah, and he plays a really good Carl, but I think the other two characters will just feel safer for him. So
He might bring Carl anyway, just as a comfort pick.
yeah, maybe he'll do it if he wins game 1. He'll bring Carl up for game 2. Oh, I wanted him to set the reference cards. Oops. Uh-oh. I don't know how to explain to him what I want to see. I liked it in that last stream. I wish I could show him what I was talking about.
What, playing out the cards like Ogre does?
Yeah. I guess maybe could I lay him out? No, I can't lay him out. Who am I kidding? I'm just a spectator. Did you need the room credentials, Mix?
Yeah, I can't join, but I'm watching the stream now.
Let me,
So it's not that bad.
DM you. Okay, I think. Yeah, I got that right. Okay, well, that'll work. We can see everything.
Sufficiently zoomed out. Yeah.
Okay, well. Alright, I'm just going to be zoomed in about to right here, and I can see all the reference stuff. Okay, so it looks like we have MadFnorder going first as Minato, so he really wants to take game one. I have not seen Minato into Guile before, so this should be interesting.
So Guile won't let him do shenanigans, boost around.
Do
But
you
other
think?
than that,
Do
I
you think?
think Minato's free X's will make Guile's aggression pretty hard to land. It depends on how Minato can actually land the X transform. Can actually land above curve, jump the sharks. This can easily go down to just their composition.
Well, if Guile exceeds early, he could play the big hand Guile thing and keep offense that way to kind of counter against Minato's shenanigans.
Yeah, Guile can aggro. The problem is actually landing the attack. I think.
Alright, what does Guile want to draw into here? What's he trying to parry out?
Very probably Sonic Boost. Boom. At this as Guile, I usually go more for specials, so I can start boosting.
Yeah, that's an interesting hand. Explosion is what it is. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Sheds is good. See the call. So he's keeping normals.
So, I mean,
Maybe
if he
just
doesn't
doing
change
them.
cards with his normals, he's asking to be red.
Yeah. Probably has to. Minato has a billion ways to recur. Focus, so it's not really a spend for him because they maybe spent in that resource.
What's he gonna do? Let's see what this is. Oh, he got extra range. I guess that if he gets red, I mean, it makes it less likely.
Yeah, I mean, he has a dive assaulted spike at least.
Yeah, so everything hits. But I mean,
Everything hit. But of course, you could just read
Minato could play Flight
spike.
13. Read into
Yeah,
that.
you can play flight or you can dive the spike. Maybe just disrespecting the reading.
Oh, he couldn't play Flight 13, never mind.
Or you could, why not?
It was range 5 to 7.
But you retreat on before, so you just run
Right,
away.
it's before. Okay, yep. Well, we got an EX already.
This is EX dive, EX spike. I don't like EXs as Guile. Not offensive EXs at least.
Why is that?
It's spike or dive. I don't know why he's diving. No idea why. In a hand where you know there's assault, dive, and spike, a dive loses to all of those.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was an interesting move.
I don't think dive beat anything, honestly.
Do you think him losing both of his techs at the start of the match is going to cause him pain later on? Minato has a few continuous boosts.
It might, but Guile doesn't really boost. After he exceeds Guile, just strikes and this Hex dive pretty safe. Pretty much doesn't lose to anything. It even guards
Alright.
through Longshot.
Is Barnstorming the one everybody wants to hit? That's what he wanted, right? That transform.
Yeah, that transform is definitely why he played it.
And there's the reading. He still has a spike and an assault to be read.
Yeah. I'm a bit behind, so it's good that you're calling these. Right? It's very interesting that Guile is ahead.
Oh, okay, that was a good reading. Zeus had to learn a hard lesson there. You dump your normals.
Yeah. There goes the
And
sweep.
there it is, yeah. But he doesn't have the gauge to capitalize on it yet. So I expect
think
maybe
it's
he'll
easy
throw out
to-
a cross or something to just get the gauge, and then he'll be able to start doing his big
Yeah,
hand thing.
I think what's going to happen is Shades. So you can start threatening things. That's what I'll do, at least.
+2 card, and everything's critical. And as long as you're not stunned, that's a really good boost.
Yeah, lets him crit everything. His crits aren't very. Don't let him buff curve or guard through things. They're just power.
Really?
But it makes it. Yeah, I think all of them are just power, and one of them is the opponent discards 2 cards at random.
Oh wow, yeah. That reverse spin kick's pretty killer. Yeah, so basically that
So if you boost Shades, everything gets a lot more threatening. Yeah, there is the Shades. I still can't see the lobby.
oh yeah, it's called ZeusPegasus stable or something.
Yeah, I know.
So he did 3 speed. It could be another spike he's setting up for.
Most likely.
Or is there
I think even bus stop beats it.
Oh, is bus stop's the one that
Bus stop
that's
is
the one that Minato wants.
the value transform, yes. Weight of regret is not bad.
But if we're expecting bus stop, and even if he gets the transform, he can really punish that because he won't get stunned out when he plays some special.
If he doesn't get stunned out, yes. It bus stops a lot of damage.
But if he's I'd expect if he only did 3 speed and he wanted bus stop, he'd have an EX on it. Oh.
This is focus. It has to be focus, I think.
So we had barnstorming into sweep.
Yep. Barnstorm again.
I didn't expect to see the second barnstorming so soon.
Yeah, I was thinking about second Barnstorm, but just 2 damage.
Now he's probably got flight 13 lined up. I believe he can still use the effect even if he's in the corner.
Yes, you can.
But Guile also can now threaten some.
There's no reason to, unless you really want to seal something.
Yeah, he's in Hadoken range now, or Sonic Boom range, or whatever.
Sonic Boom range. I think that's it. Dive is down, so don't let you know for anything else. Whereas Minato's threatening Jump the Shark, obviously.
Well, there we go. Now Guile's in range 3. It should give him a few more options to threaten.
Definitely.
And that's where tech would come in handy. That light boost would be nice because he probably wants to do a double sweep kick or something. But with that speed boost out, it'll deny him.
Sometimes you have to hit with the EX you have in hand and hope for the best.
Okay, okay, that's a good response. He's got the preemptive strike, matching the +2 speed, and an EX attack.
Discarding Sonic Boom sounds wrong, but I don't know the rest of his hand. Could be another preemptive strike for all I know.
Alright, I'd expect a block from Minato. I mean, he could be playing an EX spike, we haven't seen that yet, but whatever he plays, he's getting
If
hit
haven't
with.
seen Spike, then it has to be Spike, I think. Since he didn't see it away.
Yep, so he outsped the cab stand.
Oh, so yeah. Probably calling the Spike with regret back in hand. Pretty good.
And it's his
Like Guile can
advantage.
do.
Oh, so
Guile.
he used his UA. Does he get a strike with that? Yeah, so he spent a gauge to
Most likely.
change cards and then he can strike. This is quite the match so far. This is pretty good Guile play. I'm thinking, like, when he spent that Sonic Boom Force earlier against Minato does tend to like to stay a little closer range, so I don't think the Sonic Boom would be as valuable in this match.
I think it's necessary when Minato inevitably moves far away, as he did last time. He just spends a bunch of force and runs away. Capstan again. Punished again, I think.
Yeah, that cab stand was gutsy.
Yeah.
What does it do if it hits? It's kind of...
I'm not really sure what it would work against. It's so
Well,
slow.
it would dodge against everything if it wasn't
Would it?
fast
Does it
enough.
advance?
Yeah,
How much is it advance on
as
after?
far as possible.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to see
That's
another
two of
strike.
those. Damn.
I wonder if he drew into an EX. I mean, range 4 doesn't have anything at range 4. So maybe he won't strike.
Yeah, what is he doing here?
Unless he drew a second Sonic Boom. But then that's going to be very obvious and easy to counter.
What? Fireball capstan.
If I was Guile here, I would just chill.
Yeah, I would just end the turn right there.
Yeah.
Acknowledge the mistake, I suppose.
And that's what he did. He ended his turn. So that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, currently it looks like it's 21-21, but don't let that other life counter deceive you. It's actually 12 upside down.
Minato has a way to make that 21, actually.
Yeah, so that cab stand boost,
Yeah,
that's
that's
something that I would expect he'd want to tech, but he's out of his tech, so he just has to deal with it.
I'm very surprised about the cross discard.
Let's see if we can see what he drew back a block. So he wants to parry something.
I think he just wants to block. Guile's onslaught, he's
extra
been losing a
range.
lot of life.
Sonic Force, that boost now is starting to threaten a lot of things. I imagine here Guile would probably... Oh. Called out a spike.
I think moving is better than that, Sonic Force. Parry's a spike.
I think that spike's been in his hand the whole game.
Yeah, it has. It was a known spike, and he got rid of a known spike. That's actually very interesting. I don't think there's any more known almost. There might be an assault.
So I think he's playing sweep here. He just added +2 speed and striking. I think he's going to play something slow and meaty with that extra range, like a sweep.
I really hope she advances, but
it could be spinning back knuckle. That would be pretty good.
I don't think spinning back hits. Is it?
Oh, you're right. It doesn't.
It doesn't. Yeah, here it has to be. Wow.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I think he should have assaulted, but obviously.
Well, he X'd the assault earlier.
Oh, okay.
But that
Then
was,
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I could see why he'd do Spike because he thought if he parried it, he doesn't want me to play it. But on the other hand, that was a lot of resources to risk for that one strike. He put a lot into that.
Guile needs a hand.
I believe that was
Reshuffle.
a pretty early reshuffle.
Yeah. Looks like
Okay.
it. I mean, I guess I think he wants his ultas back.
Yeah, get the preemptive strike
And
boost back out.
he has both double sweep kicks, the both assaults, both
The Sonic
preemptive
Boom,
strikes.
spinning back knuckle, flash kick, and spike are all going for change cards, I believe. Oh no, that was another parry.
Yeah, it was a parry, so that Spike's probably gonna get TC, the TCP line this lesson.
Based on that, oops.
I'll CC, I guess not Boom, but everything else.
Well, Minato's been hanging in there now. I think he might be able to make a comeback. I don't think we should count him out yet.
Yeah, Minato's known for comebacking like this. What's happening right now?
So he just played an Ultra that's speed 4 with the text, what could possibly go wrong? And he put out spin and lost the cage. That's a hit. It's pretty rough. I mean, really, in Matt's position, the odds of him drawing into an assault were pretty low.
Matt is this. I think Matt is thinking. The odds are low, but there are just way too many risks.
Yeah, but what could possibly go wrong?
Alright, I mean, Guile winning against Minato. If he curves it. Yeah, that's correct. Mumiko is correct. Now Minato has a free reign to do anything. I think Cross is in hand, but
No, an EX. What's he throwing out there? So, a move like an EX focus, I think, smells a little of desperation, a little scared. He'll only take 3 on that. And after armor, he hits back for 4.
yeah, EX focus. Not sure what's happening with Mad here.
It's just first game jitters.
I feel like he's getting too threatened by Guile to do anything. And at the same time disrespecting him, doing strikes, pulling unsafe things. That's both focuses down.
Yeah, some of Matt's strike decisions, I can't necessarily fault him for his ultra, but when he played Barnstorming at Rouge 1 earlier, that kind of lost pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't like the first capstan to either. I mean, I felt like he was throwing it away. Like I lose the strike anyway.
Now, if Minato had a few more transforms in play, I think we could see some more interesting things, but he kind of got shut down, so I think he's going to
Yeah, I mean, it must be not throwing bus stop. That transform would definitely come in handy. With all these seals, I don't even know how many cards he has sealed, but
let's see, he's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13.
15 cards sealed?
But I think 13 he has 2, both his sweeps, both his assaults, both his blocks. Grasp, cross, spike, and then a few specials. Nobody cares about his specials. I'm just kidding.
Maybe. A lot of duplicates, but you have would have VX grass, VX cross, VX capstan, I guess.
So now, what Minato's special? Can he seal from discard for Gauge? Okay, but he's not gonna have. He only has 3 cards in discard. So okay, he text that. So he got his dive back. Things are going well for Guile this match. Can't tell a lie.
Yeah, he's the post reshuffle drawing cards really well. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect the Minato rolling over.
Yep, well, he got put stop out, but it might be a little too late. I mean, he can threaten a few EX attacks. But with this life total, I mean, threatening the EX spike would be good, so that he doesn't get swept out or something. We see more boosts. I wonder what's going through the players' heads right now. Alright, here we go. Let's see if he can close the game. I would expect... I don't know, maybe, he doesn't have to play very fast attack, especially EX. So what do we see here? So that's speed 7. And it's critical. Oh, does it not go first? Yeah, it outspeeds, it breaks the speed tie, because cross is speed 7 as well, so that's good.
Is that no wait, no. He has
And he hit for 8.
Is the X in play? Or does it still outspeed?
Yeah, he has the lag boost out. So that was
yeah, 7-7. And the chat pointed out Kyle needs to draw one more card for defend boost. That doesn't matter.
You're not supposed to spit out baby food. I'm not allowed to spit out formula.
Kyle takes first game against Minato.
Yep, that.
Adds Minato. It's an impressive feat actually.
Yeah, that was quite a match.
Notice how that Shades never got thrown away.
Yeah.
Still the same Shades. The entire game.
Well, I would pull up an overlay right now as they set up for the next game, but I don't know how to do overlays.
You don't have it.
So I think Mad is gonna pull out Beheaded now. See if he can secure a win. And then maybe he'll end the match with Minato if he gets the win in round 2.
That's
maybe
also
we'll see a Carl.
And
I mean, when Matt gets
what
mad,
I
he can
is
play a mean Carl.
Okay.
But yeah, when you got the tournament pressure on, it can really just change how, like, the decision-making process and everything. It's a whole different game in an official tournament like this.
Yeah, you can really feel the pressure.
And after a defeat like that, it could even tilt him a little bit, get him off his game a little, so he needs to keep calm and go into game 2 like it's the first game of the set. And see
you need to forget about it.
And we see Carl. Alright.
Versus who?
Carl versus Renea. This actually, I think, is a fine matchup.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Now, Carl, I believe, right now has does he have a poor win rate?
I think he did at first. Let me check.
Because Matt's looking to change it.
He has a 40% win rate. Tons of games like that.
Alright, Carl's going first. Mulliganing the whole thing. I think he probably wants some Ultra so he can have EX options early in the match. Now, Carl, he takes less damage from specials. He gets an armor against specials. And Renea's specials do not hit very hard. All of her stuff, I mean, this one hits for 6, if they call the card right. But then we've got 3 power. That's actually okay, but it's mid speed. 2 power, 2 power there. So even her ultras are kind of weak hitting. Although this ignores guard, which is pretty nice. But
Yeah,
all of these are 1 less on their power against Carl.
Yes, and I think we need really values hitting with the specials. The specials are usually really good, especially things like Soy Fire and Flare. Even the others, every special is really good to hit. And you really want that the damage because the damage are really low. And the extra armor I think will help. She usually deals a lot of low damage hits, which will let the armor have more effect.
But I mean, she plays her continuous boost face down. So, and we've got +1 power, +1 speed on one of them. And we have like a fake out one and another one that adds power. So she does get extra power on some of these, and she'll probably be boosting Pierce, I imagine, more often than not to make up for the armor that Carl gets.
Yeah, she has a bunch of power everywhere, especially the Say Fire transform, double down.
Now I think for Renea, I think the key transformation may be her what is this called? Mimetism? Where she can spend force to keep a continuous boost in play after strikes. It pairs very well with sweeps boost.
It pretty much works with everything, even tactical training, jiu-jitsu, like pretty much everything. Really likes that. Just because of double down.
One of these is going to be an ultra, I bet. I bet he's EXing with an ultra here.
Yeah, that's probably normal. Probably, I think sweep here is really safe. I mean, she can flare, but...
So, disarming strike, cross, and focus are in hand.
That focus is probably going away.
And what is he going to put into her gauge? That's a pretty killer boost.
Yeah, that boost is usually really good for Renea, but I think with the EX, is less good. You only get 3 choices, and you don't really want him to get barrage right now. I'll save that for later when he has a bigger hand. Yeah, focus is down. It's not really a big loss for Carl. Probably a bigger loss would be removing cross. Just remove 1 less copy of run, but it's understandable why focus is down here.
Yeah.
If this is a sweep or something that doesn't move, she has a free paranormal investigation land, which gets her.
So he does not get stunned out from that because he has an armor from the EX.
Just does it anyway.
I think he just wanted to transform off this because there's nothing in the discard to really to pull back.
Yeah, this ult is safe. And she reads the assault, I guess.
Do you need a bottle or anything? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want, buddy? You just want to play? Sorry if you hear happy baby noises. I have a happy baby on my lap.
Maybe others are better than ours. To be honest.
Yeah, you commentate, little guy. Who do you think's gonna win? So I wonder. Okay, so Renea was deciding what to do. So she boosted. I wonder what that boost could be. And then of course Carl's getting more resources and is preparing. Oh, she could get into the room so you could see this in real time.
I just realized that because of Carl's armor, she actually dealt 0 damage.
Oh, yeah. Yep,
So
this
I
match
think she just called it. I think she just called it with an assault. Decided, I just want to land this dance farm and just go for it.
So Carl's gonna strike. I bet we see another EX right with an Ultra. Or, I mean, Mad is very good at well, I don't know. I mean, normally Carl has that mid-speed range 1 spike, but Renea is very fast. Yeah, swingy elbow. It'd be hard to use swingy elbow against Renea. But
Well, her fast option is down. The problem with Renea is that she could have a light just boosted. Other than that, elbow I think beats everything.
You know,
Since it outspeeds a flare when next.
That's true. That's true. All right, so the boost that's revealed was the tactical training, power and speed. I bet we see Renea respond with an assault here, maybe.
Most likely, or a flare.
But Carl
Yeah,
likely
I think
played something tanky, but it's to Renea's best interest to play a normal attack to get that extra power.
Yeah, but I don't think she can afford it. I think it's Carl's strength here. And he really likes the her specials. Especially flare here and dodges everything.
If she had a dive, that would probably be a really good move. I can't imagine Carl's playing his other assault right now.
Oh, his play is probably Disarming Strike. You've seen that. I'll respond with Straight Fire. The Straight Fire push.
Straight Fire. It does not. So there's the assault.
It's probably safe.
Yeah, that was a good read by Renea. It always sucks to get assaulted into when you play Spike. It's no fun.
Yeah, that's a good read. Probably thinking he has some setup.
Maybe this is swinging elbow. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna do play. Grasp. So he hits for 0. Oh, yeah, for 0.
Another EX focus.
That was an interesting response. Because that was very intentional, but focus is a very valuable card. And it's hard to, like, the EX focus, if he played swing elbow, would have lost. So...
Yeah, EX focus usually is a mistake. It is a way to get +2 damage effective power.
Yeah, I wonder if Carl...
onto focus, but...
I wonder if Carl was, no, he has the gauge for autonomic response. Maybe he's just trying to get into Exceed mode as quickly as possible, because that really gives him a lot of power.
Yeah, probably it. There's no real reason for him to make his ultras live. Usually Grasp is good to increase gauge. So yeah.
Well, this is my first time seeing ZeusPegasus play, and so far I'm very impressed.
I agree.
Zeus has been playing some good matches, good exceed.
Not exactly. I don't think his play has been phenomenal. So much that his play into Mad has been really good, I think.
Well, the way he played Guile, I thought was pretty good. I mean,
It was
everybody
good.
makes a few mistakes, but he did pretty good for Guile. Renea, I think he's been playing a little weaker, and Carl's just been getting a little
I think it's
unlucky.
more Mad inspired. I think he's been playing really well for that. Defending correctly.
Range 3. What could Renea want to do at range 3? Maybe a flare. Flare
Yeah.
would be. I mean, it only hit for 2, but it's a perfect answer to pretty much anything in Carl's kit.
Loses to the Zami strike.
I wouldn't be surprised to
Really
see
bad.
here Carl or Mad play improvised weapon. I mean, it's kind of
On
risky,
offense?
but it's also unexpected because it outspeeds Renea's options, and I don't think Zeus would see it coming, so I don't think she'd play a sweep or anything like that.
I mean, if he really wants to exceed, then yeah. And it feels like he really wants to exceed. I'd rather keep it to EX versus 25. I think that's the best case scenario for Wise
Called
Weapon
out
here.
grasp, and he got it. And he hit
EX?
with, what is this? EX spike for 6.
X spike. Not bad.
And
There goes our focuses.
I assume that we will see him
Spending
at
the
stage next turn.
ultra. Spending the ultra to X a reading. Well, that's weird. That's interesting. Basically spent the ultra to deal one of my damage.
I bet this is that speed 5 attack, but it's only going to hit for 3, so...
The flare.
Yeah, what did he play?
Yeah, this smells fair.
Yeah,
Smells like
so it just hits for 3, not a big deal. And there's the exceed. So his exceed mode gives him +2 power on his normal attacks, and still has the armor on his against specials.
Yeah, so now it's almost done a bunch of things.
Like right now would be a
threat.
perfect time to play sweep.
This is why I don't like the spend ultra on the X spike. The X's are much better now. X normals are much better now.
Why are you spitting out baby food? Why are you spitting out baby food? What are you doing there? What are you doing? Well, Renee is very thoughtful. I think she feels the threat right now. The life totals are pretty close. I still think sweep would be a fine move here. What's he playing? So anticipation. Alright, so he doesn't hit, but he does dodge. Is that correct? Yep. Nope. Nope, he still got hit.
How do you got hit?
Interesting. Just got hit for 2, so it's not a huge deal.
Oh, that catches cross.
Oh, at range 1,
yeah. Yeah. Why would you play it at Mount Range 1? I mean,
what does he want to do with that +2 speed?
Spike? I think he still has a spike alive.
I think
Although the
he might
sweep
be
would
out
be
of
much better.
spikes.
Think he's out of spikes? I mean, maybe, yeah, you're right.
Let's see, what's he doing here? The dive. That's going to be for 7 power.
EX dive.
No, it's just the +2 power off. Oh yeah, so for 8. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's yeah.
So we see Renea spent 2 force just to not get stunned. She still has the life lead, so it's not. I personally, as Renea, would have absorbed everything. But
Yeah, and I would spend the anticipation on engage and not stay fire. I feel like that's a really good boost.
oh, so he
Really good transform.
yeah, so he parried lethal force. That's a lot of the moves he has left that he hasn't spent yet have armor on him, so that's definitely a very good parry.
Yeah.
But this
Really
part
good
of the
parry.
match, she may have the other lethal force in hand. There's only 9 cards left in her deck.
Yeah. Hopefully she has the other one, so she doesn't pressure too much by his 2 armor specials.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I bet this is the other lethal force. If I was mad, I would assume that it is.
What's the boost?
Fierce with +2 power.
Oh wow, that would be.
Oh.
That would be risky.
Alright, so
Flies down, right?
so he
Is
takes
yeah.
a total of 3 damage. Oh, 5. Hold on, how did that work? He took 5 total. So he was hit for 5, had 2 armor plus 1 more.
So it takes 3 and then 3 again, I think.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That was an unfortunate wild swing.
That hurts. And a parry for? How's a parry for? I presume safe fire at that range.
Okay, what's it doing? Well, at this point in the match, Matt's got to be feeling some pressure. I think he still has a chance. I mean, a lot of his attacks have armor on him. And
If he shuffles, shuffling now makes Renea stop exceeding. She could barely just succeed now.
I expect this is the coffee mug.
Yeah, this has to be.
So that just hits for 1. Oh, that must have been the tactical boost. So hits for 2.
It was a tactical boost and gets it for 2. She gets the fire. Double down. The blue one's much better when exceeded, since you can put 2 boosts in play in a turn. And given Mad's lack of a discard, she can't really exceed. Have you seen any mimetism from Renea this game?
Mimetism, no. I don't think so. Sorry, I was. Oh wait, there. Yeah, so he hasn't used mimetism.
Madness
at all.
lose? How did he take? I'm confused. Did he just
Oh.
dive at 6 HP?
I think he just conceded.
He might have.
Let's see what happened.
Let's go on.
Well, I'm trying to get the scoop. Well, anyways, you can just ask about it in chat, I guess. Anyways, thanks for joining me tonight.
Yeah. I guess those are so